The US market in 2026 is expected to be explosive. AI, clean energy, tech infrastructure, and dividend ETFs are all set for massive surges. But here's the truth. Most beginners never hear. You don't need complicated stock picking, risky options, or timing the market. You just need the right ETFs. These ETFs give you diversification, stability, long-term compounding, and the ability to start with small amounts of money. So get ready, because in the next few minutes, you're going to learn exactly which ETFs experts expect to outperform in 2026, why they matter, how they work, and how you can use them even if you're starting with $10. Let's dive into the smartest, safest, and most beginner-friendly ETFs available in the USA right now. Imagine waking up one morning, checking your investment portfolio, and seeing slow, steady, powerful growth without the panic, without the stress, and without gambling. That's the power of ETFs. But not all ETFs are equal. Some explode with growth, some give stable dividends, some protect you during recessions, and some are absolute traps that destroy beginners. In 2026, the US economy is shifting. AI spending is increasing. The Federal Reserve is adjusting interest rates. Global supply chains are stabilizing, and energy transitions are accelerating. All these changes create new opportunities, but only if you choose the right ETFs now. And guess what? Most beginners choose emotionally instead of logically. They chase hype videos, TikTok tips, trending stocks, and lose money. Today, we break that cycle. We use real data, proven market behavior, and long-term research. You're about to discover the ETFs that actually matter. ETFs backed by trillion-dollar companies, government-supported sectors, and industries that will grow no matter what happens in 2026. Stay with me, because every second of this guide matters for your financial future. So, let's get into it. What makes an ETF the best ETF for beginners in 2026? First, it must be low cost, because high fees silently eat your returns. Second, it must be diversified, covering hundreds or thousands of companies. Third, it must follow stable, proven indexes or sectors with real economic demand. Fourth, it must give beginners simple entry and long-term consistency. That's exactly why ETFs like VOO, QQQ, SCHD, VTI, and ICLN are topping almost every 2026 analyst list. These ETFs give exposure to the world's most profitable industries: artificial intelligence, cloud computing, banking, healthcare, manufacturing, and renewable energy. And here's the beautiful part. You don't need advanced knowledge to start investing. These ETFs do the heavy lifting for you. Instead of picking winners, you buy the market itself. And historically, the market has always gone up long-term. That's why top investors like Warren Buffett recommend simple ETF portfolios for beginners. And in 2026, the opportunities are even stronger. Let's break each ETF down, emotionally, logically, and strategically, so you understand exactly why they matter. Let's start with VOO, Vanguard S&P 500 ETF. If you want a set-it-and-forget-it investment, this is your champion. VOO tracks the top 500 US companies: Apple, Microsoft, Nvidia, Amazon, Google, the giants driving the global economy. Historically, the S&P 500 has delivered around 10% yearly returns. And in 2026, AI expansion, robotics, chip manufacturing, and cloud technology are expected to push earnings even higher. Next is VTI, Vanguard Total Stock Market ETF, covering the entire stock market: small caps, mid caps, large caps, everything. It gives beginners complete diversification in a single click. For growth lovers, there's QQQ Nasdaq 100 ETF, the powerhouse of tech. Nvidia, Tesla, Meta, Adobe, its volatility with massive upside potential. And for stable income, we have SCHD, Charles Schwab Dividend ETF, which focuses on financially strong companies with consistent cash flow. These ETFs cover growth, safety, dividends, and full diversification, exactly what beginners need for 2026. Now let's talk emotions, because investing is not just about numbers, it's about discipline and mindset. The biggest mistake new investors make? They panic when the market dips, and they sell at the wrong time. But ETFs like VOO, VTI, SCHD, and QQQ help protect beginners from emotional decisions. You're not betting on one company. You're betting on hundreds. You're not gambling. You're building wealth. When uncertainty hits, strong ETFs remain stable. When fear spreads, quality ETFs bounce back. And when bull markets explode, your ETF portfolio grows automatically. In 2026, analysts expect periods of volatility due to interest rate changes, political cycles, and global tensions. But historically, diversified ETFs always recover, always grow, always outperform emotional investors. So if you want wealth that lasts, stick with ETFs, stay consistent, keep buying during dips, and trust the process. That's how beginners become long-term winners. According to data from Vanguard, BlackRock, Goldman Sachs, and Federal Reserve projections, ETFs focusing on technology, U.S. growth, dividends, and clean energy are expected to be top performers in 2026. Market researchers predict AI spending to exceed $1 trillion, renewable energy investments to accelerate, and S&P 500 earnings to rise due to strong consumer demand. Reports from Bloomberg, Yahoo Finance, and Forbes highlight ETFs like QQQ and VOO as must-own assets for long-term investors. Meanwhile, dividend ETFs like SCHD are projected to maintain stability even during uncertain financial periods. The 2026 market is shaping into a year of opportunity. If you position yourself now, smart investors build early, not after the bull market starts. The ETFs listed in this guide are referenced repeatedly by advisors, analysts, and economic forecasts. They're not hype, they're proven. The best part? Beginners can start small, automate contributions, and watch compounding do the rest. Imagine yourself 1 year from now, knowing you made the right financial decisions. Imagine seeing your money work for you, growing quietly in the background while you live your life. This is what ETFs offer. Whether you want passive income, long-term wealth, retirement freedom, or financial peace, ETFs are your path forward. And 2026 gives you one of the strongest starting points in decades. The US market is expanding, interest rates are stabilizing, and innovation is exploding. Beginners who take action now position themselves ahead of millions of people who wait, hesitate, or fear. So don't wait for the perfect time. The perfect time is the moment you decide to begin. Investing is not about timing the market, it's about time in the market. So here's your 2026 Beginner ETF Starter Pack. VOO, VTI, QQQ, SCHD, and if you want exposure to the future, ICLN, Clean Energy ETF. These ETFs give you growth, dividends, safety, and long-term performance. Start small. Start with what you can afford. But start now. Your financial future is waiting, and every day you delay is a missed opportunity. If you found this guide powerful, hit like. If you want more ETF picks, US stock updates, and investing guides, subscribe. And don't forget to share this video with someone who needs to start investing today. Your journey to wealth begins right here, right now, with the smartest ETFs to buy in 2026.